Welcome, my dear friends. Today, our topic is vector algebra. So, you might have studied algebra, but now it is something different, a vector algebra. So, what is the difference between our ordinary algebra and vector algebra? So, you know the algebra, addition, subtraction, multiplication, and many other operations using some variable as well as the constants. But our vector algebra is somewhat different. So, first of all, let us have the idea about the vector. And our ordinary number is called scalar. We call it a scalar. So, there are certain quantities which have different type of characteristic. So, in science and engineering, the basic quantities are expressed in the form of constants and as well as the constant and the direction, and we call them vectors and scalars. So, first of all, let us think about the scalars. What is scalars? So, there are certain quantities which involves only the magnitude, the value of certain things, just like temperature. So, temperature is one kind of number, 30-degree temperature, 45-degree temperature, or something like that. Speed, if I go with the speed of 60 kilometer per hour, 90 kilometer per hour, 45 kilometer per hour, 10 kilometer per hour, something like that. So, it's a number involved, just a number only. So, these type of quantities are called scalars. And the manipulation or the mathematical operations as good as our ordinary algebra. But when we talk about the vectors, our the multiplications, division or subtraction, and these are not just like our ordinary algebra. The vector is the quantity, a physical quantity which are used in science and engineering, which not only they involve the magnitude or certain numbers, but they also depends upon the direction. So, here direction is involved. So, in a scalars there is only the magnitude, certain value, and that value do not upon the direction, maybe depends upon the space, but vector quantities depends upon the scale, certain value as well as the directions. Direction is very much important. Suppose I talked about the speed. Speed is a scalar. Speed is a scalar. I just told you that at 60 kilometer per hour. So, that is a scalar. But when the direction involves, it's called velocity. So, velocity is a vector quantity, but the speed is a scalar quantity. So, my dear friends, try to understand the difference between the scalars and vectors. It's very easy. It's not a complicated concept, but that is to be understood first. There are so many other quantities like force. So, force is a vector quantity. Suppose you want to displace one table from one place to another place. So, direction is involved. You have to give certain force on the table with the direction. So, direction is involved in the force. So, force is a vector quantity. So, friends, you now I hope that understood the concept of vectors and scalars. So, they are basically the quantities which we use most. So, now you may think about the vectors. What is the meaning of vectors? the another meaning of the vector is for layman, the meaning of vector is that it carries something. It carries something means that is vector in some foreign language. So here we have the mathematical term a vector. So you can synchronize the meaning with that linguistic meaning. So let us check whether it is such, it is so or not. Okay. Again, we know the scalars and vectors. Dear friends, you might have heard about the Euclidean space, the space in which we are living. That is, we call it a Euclidean space, our ordinary space, our plane, our area, our room, that is, we call it a Euclidean space. So when we are talking about the vectors, we call it a Euclidean vector. Okay. So it may be on a plane or it may be in a space. It may be a plane vector, it may be a spatial vector. Okay. Now when we are talking about certain point on a space, in the space, then we must have some reference point, and we call this reference point as the origin. Suppose I am in Gandhinagar, so and at this place at bisect, so I call this bisect point as an origin, and I always talk about the distance and direction with the reference to this particular point, this bisect building. Okay. So that is very important. Reference point is always important, and my place is the origin, and I always talk about this reference to my space. So there may be a different origins, but the vectors remains the same. Okay. You can tell it as a translation. If I am at Ahmedabad, then whenever I talk about the direction, it is one kind of the parallel displacement, parallel and angular displacement. So I don't want to go into that depth, but let us have some idea about the vector and its operations. In mathematics, we have basically 4 operations. First is addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. These 4 operations you have used in the schooling level or in the previous years. You just think about the addition and subtraction. In pure mathematics, both are the same. Addition and subtractions both are same. Do you agree with it or not? Let me explain. When you add 2 different quantities, suppose 3 plus 2, it becomes 5. Okay. And if you subtract 3 and 2, that means 3 minus 2 and you get 1. But how this addition and subtraction are both the same? It is one kind of the operation, one operation. So let us think about the negative number. Suppose 3 is a positive number and minus 2 is another number. The plus sign or minus sign, again they are very much referenced to the origin, where you are situated, or where the point is situated, or where our event occurs. So it is a relative position, positive and negative. But when I add a positive number and a negative number in our ordinary algebra, it says that it is a subtraction. A plus B is equal to C, or 3 plus 2 is equal to 5. But 3 plus, now I am adding the negative number, that is 3 plus minus 2 number in bracket, so it gives the 1. So it is just the addition of positive and negative number. Think of that. So these are the reference, these are the different kinds of references. So in a vector, reference is very important. So whenever we have a point in a plane or space, our vector start from the origin to the given point. So let me show you that thing. Look at this paper. My reference point is this, and I call this origin O, and their coordinates are 0, 0. I say that this is x axis and y axis. My dear friends, you know this. Okay, suppose I have certain point pxy. So the position vector P with the reference to the origin, so it is called OP. But instead of this line segment, this is the line segment, OP is a line segment, but when we want to represent a vector, it is written in the form OP. Again, this value is x and this value is y. So the position vector of P is written, or this can be represented in the geometrical form as this. Okay, so it is called the position vector. Okay, so you can see that a vector can be represented in the tuple form. Tuple means this is x, y, or you can say that x, y, z, or you can say that x, y, z, t, something like this. This is 2 dimension, it is 3 dimension, this is 4 dimension, 5th dimension. But my dear friend, it is very hard to understand, or it is very hard to visualize beyond the 3 dimension. But let me tell you that we are going to discuss about the 2 dimension and 3 dimensional vectors only. Okay, so now see on the screen, vector can be represented as axi plus yi. Okay, this is 2-dimensional vector represented in our mathematical form. We have seen the geometrical form, that is pxy, that in our ordinary graph you can say that it is a point pxy, but that position vector can be represented in mathematical form in another form, vectorial form, that is A is equal to xi plus yj, and x and y are the scalars, belongs to the R, set R. R means the set of real number. Okay, and now what is I and j? So I and j are the unit vector along x axis and y axis. Okay, so when we talk about the x axis and y axis from the point of reference origin O to x, again look at the paper, dear friends, again look at the papers. This is O, this is x axis, so you can say that OX itself is a vector. Okay, similarly this is y, so OY itself is a vector. So when we talk about a vector AXI YJ, okay, you can see it from the screen. So what is x and y? X and y are certain values in the set, real set R. Now this I and j are the unit vector along x axis, and j is a unit vector along y axis. Okay, now a vector, let us see another vector, 3-dimensional vector. The 3-dimensional vector You also know this. Let us call this is x, y and z. Now I call I as a unit vector along x-axis, j is a unit vector along y-axis, and z is the unit vector or along z-axis. So this is our ordinary space, Euclidean space, three-dimensional space, and you can visualize this point as a corner of our room. This is, you can see, this is our corner of our room. This is, you can say, so wall. This is the another side wall, and you can say that this is the this is our floor. See, this is our floor. The fourth floor you can visualize as a wall. This is another wall, wall 1 and wall 2. So I hope that you can visualize this three-dimensional space. Okay. So when we talk about the three-dimensional vector, suppose there is some point P. This point is not on wall 1, but this is a point in a space, not on a wall or on a floor. So you can draw a vector OP. Okay. If I drop a perpendicular on the floor, see, this is the perpendicular on the floor, so I say this is R. So PR is the line which is perpendicular this floor. Again I am joining O and R. So this is OR. Okay. So we are talking about this vector OP. This is OP is our vector represented in this figure OP.